One person has been killed as police and vet students faced off this morning. It's not yet been confirmed whether the man is a student or a civilian. Wits University students want all those deserving of a place at the institution to be registered. They are calling on their leadership to continue to fight for those who have been excluded. The university's management says students owe the institution almost R1 billion and has done all it can to assist needy students. Students say they will continue their fight despite this morning's fatality. My colleague, that's eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, is following this protest on the ground, joining us now live for the latest. Aviwe, good afternoon. This lunchtime, how is the situation there? Are things calmer than what we saw earlier?
Universities who can't register because NEPSAS is clowning.
I'm going to take you to live visuals of the president of the SRC at Wits, Mpendulo Mfeka.
And it's going to cure all of our problems. It raises largely, all problems rise largely from that issue.
Mpendulo, what are the issues here?
The issues, I've just explained, my brother, what the issues are. But just to reiterate for you, the issues currently, all of them, they emanate from free education in our lifetime. And not necessarily in our lifetime now while we are students. A lot of students, a lot of first years are unable to register as I speak to you due to NEPSAS-related reasons. The government is deliberate in cutting funding towards higher education. And if we sit down, it does not matter whether you come from the PAC, you come from DASO, you come from SASCO, you come from any organization. If as a young person today you sit down and you don't say anything to the reduction that has been done to higher education in our country, not only will you be failing yourself, but you will be failing the entire generation. So we need to respond with the might that is deserved to the things that have been done to us.
I want to take you to the developments of today.
There seems to be divisions between young people here. We see members of the EFF together with yourself, clashes that are taking place between you on who should speak about these issues. What exactly is going on? Are students divided on this matter?
There are no divisions between students. I must emphasize that. Students are united. There are no divisions between the EFF Student Command and SASCO, the ANC Youth League and every other organization. It's selfish individuals within those organizations. It's selfish individuals within the EFF that are trying to deviate and discord from this. So there are no divisions. The movement is united, but like every other movement, we will have our divisions. And we need to have the maturity, political and otherwise, to maintain unity. And we will maintain unity at all costs.
Do you know who passed away here, Mpendulo? Do you know who passed away here?
No.
That is the SRC president at Wits, Mpendulo Mfeka. Just talking to some of the issues here. Seems to be divisions on the ground, Rajan, with the ANC students as well as the EFF students just clashing moments ago. But I'm going to call my colleague, Kif, just to come a bit closer this side. I also want to get an official comment from the JMPD spokesperson, Kolani Pita. Thank you for joining us at eNCA. There's a body that's lying on the ground there. We understand there's been one fatality. Can you give us more details as do we know who it is a student or a civilian, or who shot?
Yes, good afternoon to you and to the viewers. What I can confirm is that a black male has been shot. I cannot confirm any other details because it's SAP's liberty to do that. But what I can say is that De Beer Street is closed off between Stimmons and Jarrison Street. And what we can see is there's plus minus 100 protesters, which are students, who have gathered here. And the JMPD have deployed officers in the area. We are on high alert if there's other regroupings within the area.
So you said it's SAP's prerogative to give more details. Did SAP shoot the individual that's lying on the ground? And do you have the situation under control?
At this moment, as JMPD, we cannot confirm. We'll have to wait for investigations to be done and to be concluded, and for SAPS to comment on this issue.
The student seems to suggest they want a comment from the officials, police, JMPD or SAPS. What's going to be your reaction to that? Are you going to talk to the students just to give them more indication?
At this present moment, I don't have the authority to actually comment with the students, but what we can try to do is to get a senior official either from JMPD or from SAPS to come and address them.
Tolani Fisa from the JMPD brought in at this stage saying that it's only a black male that's been shot, not giving details as to whether it's a student or it's a civilian, but we know from a text that we got from Netcare 911 suggesting that a male in his 30s was coming out from a clinic just across where he lies now, and in fact was shot by one of the police officials here. They do indicate that it's a civilian from that statement, but the students seem to suggest something else. We haven't had an official word at this stage from your police or from the university itself. But we do understand the students say that they'll stay at this place up until they get reaction either from the police or even having ambitious calls from the Minister of Higher Education, Blade Zamande.